up, you guys? It's Kales, and if you're here from my TikTok, you know the drill. We love women who love women. Welcome to the first episode of what we hope is a new ongoing podcast called Get the Fuck Out of the Closet! Basically, what you need to know right off the bat is the podcast plans to be just as aggressive as the name. Okay, I'm gonna hype her up a little bit, but this is my girl Mel, and she's gonna be your co-host on this adventure I guess we are both embarking on.
Good to be here.
What you guys don't know is that I am not the complete genius behind a lot of my TikToks. Mel and I were roommates in college, and she sees things quicker than I even do sometimes. Well, actually, quicker than me all the time. She is the one who texted me and was like, I think JoJo and Kylie broke up. You have some sort of a TikTok following. You gotta do some shit about this. And I was like,
the lesbians need to know.
I know that's what you said. You
The
said
lesbians need to know. If anybody is watching Dancing with the Stars, like I am specifically for JoJo Siwa, like, I mean, has nobody else seen this?
I know, what was I supposed to do? Like, just like tear down like America's new like favorite gay couple and just be like, hey, so they haven't posted enough Instagram stories recently. It's over. But the thing is, like, straight people don't get that as much as lesbians.
Okay,
you know?
well, if my girlfriend was watching me dance with Jenna,
yeah, okay, that's
obviously she'd be jealous. Yeah. Obviously.
I mean, so you guys get the picture. I mean, Mel's as involved in lesbian drama, whatever you call it, as much as the rest of us are.
I'm just intrigued.
Yeah. No, but like, go ahead, introduce yourself, say some shit, whatever. Let the people know you, what they're gonna get used to.
I know, guys. Normally I'm a little camera shy, but Kaylee was really like, Mel, the people need to meet you. The people need to meet you. So anyways, bear with me, but I'm happy to be here. A little intro. I like long walks on the beach and licking pussy. Boobs are ass girl. More of an ass girl myself. But, is
that a hard to find line, or is it?
No. I don't discriminate at all. I appreciate all types of women.
I mean, if you guys didn't realize, we have this beautiful set behind us that we spent way too long decorating. And Jessica back here, our prized possession, she doesn't even have an ass. She's just boobs.
Okay, for the fans just listening in, we gotta describe this background behind us. It's we got this mannequin that we rescued from a fraternity house in college.
She did not belong with the men. She belonged with the lesbians.
Yeah. Anyways, we got some rainbow stuff. We're filming from this closet because, what this podcast is called.
Let's explain how we got to this idea. So, as we kind of brought up, like, I love lesbian drama. She loves lesbian drama. We're both lesbians. We love drama. And as much as we plan on talking about that on this podcast and eventually bringing in some special guests, if you're catching my drift. So the reason that we came up with this idea for the podcast is because finally admitting to yourself that you're gay is the first step. The second step is telling your parents, telling those close to you, and coming out of the closet. But the third step, the everyday step, is coming out of the closet every single time you meet somebody. Every single time you get a new job, make new friends, whatever. That's the kind of coming out of the closet you're doing every day. Hence why we are sitting right outside of a closet. I came out just yesterday. I mean, you come out all the time. I mean, whether it's telling someone at a hotel check-in why you and your girlfriend just need one bed, or telling your boss why you don't need to be set up with her nephew. Like, there's so many times that exactly.
Or this weekend, my boss was like, what are you doing this weekend? And I was like, well, I'm going to this thing called Girls in Wonderland. She was like,
oh, that sounds nice.
She was like, what is that? I'm like, it's the festival.
Yeah,
it's a festival.
It's actually a titties festival. We just sit and admire titties all weekend.
Eventually it came out that I was just, it's just women. She's like, like only gay women? And I was like, yeah.
I mean, we don't discriminate. We love all women. So even if they weren't all gay, as long as it's just all women, it would have been a fun event. We wanted to create a narrative centered around this coming out of the closet. And to do that, we figured that every episode should have a theme. Honestly, I wanted to create my themes off the Lesbian Master Doc, which we all know answers that question, am I gay, based on how I look at men, women, X, Y, and Z. If you haven't checked out the Lesbian Master Doc, give it a quick Google. It might answer a lot of questions for you. But we're kind of here for that next step, the kind of part that isn't talked about enough. The what's it gonna be like when you're out of the closet living your gay, authentic life as a lesbian, bisexual, whatever you want to be. Again, we don't really discriminate. Whatever, the point is, we love everybody. So,
I mean, regardless though, if like whatever you identify as, you still have to live your life as what it is.
Alright, so the way that we were going to come up with our theme is by a book that we have developed, written, produced. I don't think you produce books, but it's our own book. We authored. We established a book that contains all the sorts and kinds of coming outs that we experience every day. And we've coined this book the Broad Ideological Book of Lesbian Experience, or BIBLE for short. We wanted to start it off off with the easiest, well, sometimes, but the first hump that I would say most lesbians take. Tell a stranger. So a stranger is somebody that you meet once and you're 99% sure you're never gonna have to meet again. So in that essence, you know that like telling them you're gay kind of has no repercussions. It's not like telling someone who might get back to your parents or whatever. So I think for a lot of young lesbians, myself included, you included, like that's the easiest person to tell is someone you're never gonna see again. But the thing with strangers is it happens all the time, every day, just like we were talking about earlier at the grocery store. Like you can't get away from telling strangers, but also you can do it intentionally for your own benefit to like ease your process and help figure out some things. Okay, so growing up, I was definitely like an internet lesbian. Like in my closeted years, I loved to go on YouTube and watch other gays, watch people tell their parents they were gay, like hear the whole drift.
And I went to Catholic school.
And Mel went to Catholic school, so she did not have that experience. But when we lived together in college, I was like, have you seen this, like this vlogger? Have you like watched this YouTube coming out story? So like I feel like, you know, opened your eyes up to a lot of that kind of talk.
Oh yeah. Kaylee was like the first person. She was like my real first gay friend. And like legit. No guys, I grew up so Catholic. So like just, I mean, I don't know.
Well, and it's funny that like when Mel and I like first became friends, she had a boyfriend, and I remember she told me one day, she said, when I break up with him, I'm only gonna date women. And at this point I had like just recently come out to her, and I was like, great, like can't wait to have somebody on my side, not thinking that what, like 5 years later we'd be sitting here like starting a fucking lesbian podcast.
Yeah,
talking to a bunch of lesbians.
I was kidding.
I mean,
I was
look,
saying.
I mean, I didn't think she was kidding. I'm like, Gaylor was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
yeah. No,
I
I
really
thought I
was-
was gay first, for sure.
but you were like kind of so confident, like in your sexuality, just like in general, like. But you also were never walking around like I'm not gay. So
That's true.
I don't know, it made
That's
sense. However, the kind of like niche that we've realized is kind of missing from the internet side of coming out stories and whatever is the everyday coming out. Like, I mean, you know, like realizing you're gay, as we just talked about, is like the first hurdle. The second is telling people you're close to, and then the third is coming out every single day for the rest of your life, because that's just what you have to do as a gay person. What were you telling me earlier about like the experience of like living as a lesbian that you just like didn't really know about and that no one talks about? Cracks open.
Well, honestly, it's just like every single day, you like weirdly kind of have, I don't know, it's not you have to say it, but it's just like if I was straight, I would probably mention it. Like, for example, my girlfriend's sick right now, so I went grocery shopping this morning, and I'm like picking up a bunch of groceries on a Friday morning because we have nothing in our refrigerator, like absolutely nothing. Like, she's sick, she needs, I don't know, soup, some Gatorade, like I have nothing to eat, like we need some groceries. So it's Friday morning, I'm going to the grocery store, and I'm picking up a bunch of stuff, and the cashier actually made a comment. She was like, "Oh wow, like you really went shopping, didn't you? Like,
She's going to try you today."
Yeah, like it's a crime to go grocery shopping on a Friday morning." And I was like, "Yeah, like actually, like my girlfriend's sick and she needs a bunch of stuff."
Yeah, so she was just
She shut up real quick after
yeah.
that.
Well, it almost is like, I don't know why it feels like you're coming off aggressive when like all you did was just like express like your like reality.
No, it's because
you know?
you're making it your entire personality.
Exactly, like you just, so that actually reminds me, so I got my med card and I went to the candy shop for the second time ever, and I always get nervous about doing it even though like it's legal and I'm doing everything correctly, but like, you know me, I'm just getting nervous about like the situation. So I show up to the candy store, and as I'm like going in the front door, this guy's coming out who I can only describe as like a mix of like Machine Gun Kelly and like Post Malone kind of combined.
Okay.
But like he's not famous, so it's tats.
Bunch of tats.
Really skinny, like Machine Gun Kelly, like very eclectic looking. And at first I thought he was a customer, and I was like, oh, facts, like this is exactly who I expect to see at the candy shop, you know, like whatever. But then I go in and he was taking out trash, so I'm like, oh, he works here. Also makes sense, but you know me, I don't really care. I love everybody. So, but I'm already like, yeah, sure. So I already have this like opinion of this like very eclectic looking guy. Next thing I know, he's like the guy checking me out.
Profiler you are.
And no, I know, but I'm checking him out. The first story that he decides to tell me is, which like you don't really even need to talk, but like he starts telling me how about like Jehovah's Witnesses will come to his door, and then when he answers they'll be like, sorry sir, wrong house, because they just like know there's no converting him. Yeah. They took one look at him and said like, you're not gonna be changed. And so we started telling that story.
Maybe he's a religious man.
I mean, they profiled worse than I did. I was like, all I profiled
I guess
was,
we all profile.
yeah, all I did was profile like he looks like he works at the weed store. I'm cracking up about the Jehovah's Witnesses story, and he looks at me and he's like, you know, some people don't laugh when I tell them stories like that. They get really uncomfortable.
us.
But look at me too. Like I'm like a little fucking like blonde haired little straight passing bitch. Like I know that came off as like me like fucking just wrecked. Because obviously Jehovah's Witnesses.
He said it though.
He did. But then my response was
to laugh.
no. My response to him saying people don't laugh. I was like, and he continued. He like kept stumbling over his words, and he's like, people don't laugh when you like say things that are like kind of related to like your trauma and stuff like that.
I love saying.
And I said, no, I get it. I'm gay. And he was like, oh, word. And immediately, like, we were cool. He was like, you're allowed to laugh. I'm allowed to. He's laughing at me now. We're all just like, I'm fucked. You're fucked.
Like, you fuck women and I have tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, in that essence, you know, like, telling that guy I was gay was great. Well, when we were actually going back and forth, like, talking about different coming out stories, because we have a ton, and it was way harder to narrow down than we have episodes and episodes planned.
It's just so funny whenever I mention that I'm gay to a new person. And
I feel like it happens the most
passing too. We're both pretty straight passing. Would you not say?
No, I would definitely. I mean,
like we don't dress that feminine, but we're both blonde bitches. I guess.
Yeah. I would say too, like definitely individually, like I straight pass, you straight pass.
No, I'm gayer. I think I'm gayer.
No, but I think like you as an individual, like as an individual, helps it look more.
Oh yeah, by yourself. But when we're together,
there's like us two together and both of our girlfriends, like it comes off as gay. It does.
Yeah, like when we went to that restaurant the other day.
And yeah, so you have to start with the story because it only comes naturally that way. Yeah.
Guys. So we went to this. I just moved to.
Okay, wait. Quick backstory. So we went. I don't know. You mentioned we went to college together.
Yeah.
And then I started dating my girlfriend Olivia about 2.5 years ago. She started dating her girlfriend Olivia. Different Olivias.
Like 2.5 years ago, minus like
a month. I think we're like a month ahead. And
like it just so happened. The stars aligned. I have no idea.
I graduated, moved back to Tampa, where I'm from, and just recently, in the last couple months, Mel moved down here with us with her girlfriend. So now we are like a 4 gaggle of gays. And she moved here. I am in exam week, so I'm just like trying to find a time to hang out. Like, let's go. We decide to get dinner at this restaurant by their house. So I text Mel and I'm like, hey, we'll come to your place. Let's go to this Colombian restaurant. It's really good. It's like a local spot. So, and this is also like one of the first times that we've gone out in Tampa as like our 4 little gaggle of gays.
Yeah.
I think we're very straight passing, but I guess as before we come out as very lesbian.
I was wearing a really gay outfit too. I was wearing.
Yeah, you were. I mean, you said day one Tampa gay.
It was like a romper, and it was a female romper, but like it looked like, what do they call the men's ones? Like the mompers? no, what do they call them?
Well, it just wasn't like it wasn't like a woman fitting like tight romper. It was more.
It was
like,
definly gay looking.
Like a jumpsuit.
It was like a romper, but it was like a button. Imagine a button down that just extends into shorts.
yeah.
Like a Hawaiian button down.
We're also sitting at like
I love it.
We get to this restaurant and we're sitting at a 4 top, and so it's like me and Mel just as we are, and then like both of our girlfriends.
Yeah.
But
I'm sitting next to Haley, and the Olivias are sitting across from us.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's going normal. Then yeah, go ahead.
So this waiter comes to our table, you know, she gives us like an up and down, like she probably realizes we're lesbians. Like, I don't know, I try not to.
I wasn't thinking about it.
I don't
We're so excited to see each other
about
drinks.
Yeah, this was like probably one of my first times seeing Haley since moving back to Tampa, and it had been so long with COVID. We like graduated right during COVID.
Yeah.
I like lived in Memphis for a couple of years, and this was like the first time really seeing each other. So I mean, I don't know. Long story short, like I wasn't paying too much attention to the waitress, but you know, we order our drinks. She comes back to take the food order, and she asks everyone what they want. I'm last, and you know, I really had wanted at this point ceviche, and I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like a raw fish dish, but it's pretty common.
It's a seafood thing.
Yeah, it's a seafood thing. It's really refreshing. It's like lime. It's delicious. It's
and Tampa's on
South
the sea.
America. Yeah,
Tampa's on the sea.
It was a Colombian restaurant. I thought like maybe they had like, I don't know, a shrimp ceviche or something like it was
an
a hot day.
appetizer?
It's usually an appetizer.
So it's like a tartare.
Yeah, kind of
like a fish.
I mean, like kind of.
Okay.
A tartare. It sounds like. What
is it like tuna
French?
poke? I mean that's Asian.
Similar. It's
okay.
It's
so
it's more similar to poke.
Okay.
Than tartare. So, anyways,
we just finished ordering. Like everyone had given their order. She's like taking the menus, about to walk away,
and I was surprised to see that you guys didn't have ceviche on the menu because I really wanted to have ceviche today. And she was just like, oh, like, you mean ceviche, like actual ceviche? And I was just like, yeah, like, you know, like raw fish, like lemon, you know. And she kind of had, like, act like she wasn't sure, like, what I was talking about.
And she kept being like, no, we don't have that. No, that we don't have that. But like asking you more questions about what you meant. And I'm like,
yeah.
You were like, ceviche is not called something else. Like, it would be on the menu or like
she was so confused.
But then she left.
Then she left. I was like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's fine. I'll have, you know, whatever else it was. And then she left. And then she came back, like, 2 minutes later. Like, she went to go check with someone.
Like, tapped you on the shoulder.
And I was like, it's really okay. I don't need it. Like, I was just curious. Like, I don't know. Did you guys used to have ceviche? Like, I feel like they would have ceviche here. And she came back and she was like, so, like, did you really mean ceviche? Like, ceviche? And I was like, yeah? What other kind of ceviche would I meant?
No, I think you literally looked at her and said, no, you looked at her and you said, what did you think? I meant some, like, gay shit? That's what you said, something like that.
And she looked at me, she was like,
yeah. She said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I meant real ceviche. Like, what did you think I meant? Like, some, I think you said lesbian. You used the word lesbian. You said,
well, because
what did you think I meant?
Some, like, lesbian joke? I think some lesbian joke.
Oh, that's what you said. You're like, did I get a lesbian joke? And she's like, yeah.
And I was like, girl, like, you think, am I hitting on you or are you hitting on me?
I had no idea. And then I'm like,
no, but then I was like, no, like, I just meant regular ceviche. Like, I just came from Memphis. Memphis doesn't have a lot of seafood. I was just like, you know, hoping to get
you said, but it was ended up fun. We've never been back to the Columbia.
No, it like,
yeah, so awkward.
I was like, no, it's okay. That's like something I totally would have like said. Like, no.
Alright guys, before we get into our next story, we are going to play a quick game called Who Sang That? Taylor Swift or an Openly LGBTQ Artist, where I read lyrics and Mel guesses whether it's Taylor Swift sang it or another gay artist. She doesn't have to name it. So tell them, I mean, everybody knows I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. If you read me a Taylor Swift lyric, I would know, but Mel has like recently stumbled into Gaylor.
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely grew up listening to Taylor Swift, like her first couple of albums, like back when she was country, whatnot. But honestly,
she didn't believe me. For like the past like 2 years, I've been on Gaylor on TikTok. Like, I guess Mel just liked and scrolled, and then she stumbled upon like,
I have like some gay trauma related to Taylor Swift, which maybe we'll get into in another episode.
Yeah.
Long story short is like, you know, what's like, you know, like the second Taylor album though, like Speak Now? Is that like the first one?
Taylor Swift.
Maybe like Reputation. It's kind of when I stopped listening.
That makes sense. Well, that was Reputation was like she had a break before Reputation, so like it makes sense that like a lot of people fell off and like she came back like
I kind of fell off.
She came back like gay.
Yeah, no, I kind of fell off at like Reputation. I was still pretty young, but like since then I was kind of like nah, none for me, please. But I really like. But like recently, new album, I'd listen.
But like recently, like seriously, within the last week, Mel has like opened up to Gaylor and has like been listening to all the albums and like will text me like, this is the gayest fucking song ever.
Honestly, it's because shout out to Dick Van Dyke.
Yes,
Dick Van Dyke. I saw
my favorite TikToker.
I
just sent him to Mel.
Everyone like I went through like their page one time and just like looked at all of them and I was like, why does nobody know?
No, and this girl like literally like she screams it and like in the most like intellectual way. Like I feel like it's science and I don't know if that's like saying too much, and like I think she has like 25,000 followers or something, but like I like try to share that stuff. I like post it on my stories. Like, yes, because everything she says makes so much sense.
No, she does a great job. She's
really smart.
Really, like you explained, like Kaylee has been trying to get me on the Gaylor thing, and like I was like, sure, Kaylee, Taylor Swift's gay for sure. But I mean, I don't care. You know? Yeah. But the way Dick Van Dyke put it, like I was just like, oh my god. Like,
if you go to her page too, like one of her like pinned videos is like why I care about Gaylor, and like if you watch it, she like tells you like why you care about Gaylor, and when you realize that it's because Taylor is like kind of living like the coming out experience of all of us, like all of the time. It hurts. Like everything she does hurts.
It's like almost too much.
It's too much. Honestly, we'll have to do a whole thing on Taylor because I know it's a hit or miss subject for some people, but but let's get into whether Mel can tell the difference between a gay artist, and we think Taylor's gay, an openly gay artist song and a Taylor Swift lyric.
Is it Fletcher?
I mixed them in. I have a couple artists.
Girl in Red?
Yeah. Okay.
Bruno Mars?
Is that something we need to discuss? Okay. You showed me colors you know I can't see with anyone else.
That sounds like Taylor Swift.
That's Taylor Swift. Man, started it off easy. We never told no one, but we look so cute. Both got better things to do, but I always think about it when I'm riding through.
I really have no idea, but I think Taylor Swift, like, that sounded a little bit wordy for T-Swizzle,
So you're guessing based. I knew that was gonna be the thing, like stylistic approach. Like I didn't know I was gonna be able to.
Like, you know, that's not Taylor Swift.
It's not Taylor Swift. It was Halsey. Halsey. I know. You're gonna be this good. You're gonna be this good.
All right, here we go.
I've been hiding for so long. These feelings, they're not gone. Can I tell anyone?
It's not as kind of tricky, honestly.
I can read it again.
Yeah, read it.
I've been hiding for so long. These feelings, they're not gone. Can I tell anyone? People watching, like, definitely know what this is.
It is Taylor Swift.
No, it's Girl in Red. It's Girl in Red. It's literally her song, like, they're so pretty, it hurts. It's like,
talking about.
Yes!
I'm talking about.
But I knew that
from a
one
man's
was gonna-
perspective.
Actually, you want to hear this quote that I stole from Dick Van Dyke that I wrote on
Yeah.
here? Evincing a man's perspective because you have an overwhelming urge to write love songs about women is super fucking gay.
That is pretty good.
That is Taylor Swift
Very good.
in a nutshell. Okay, I think I have one more for you.
We should get Dick Van Dyke on here.
I know, maybe she could be our first guest.
Maybe.
We'll just, actually, we would Taylor Swift episode, she's the only guest I want. Yeah. Okay. And I think you should come live with me, then we won't have to cry or hide in the closet.
The closet.
The closet.
One more time. There's no way Taylor Swift said that. That's too obvious.
And I think you should come live with me, and then you won't have to cry or hide in the closet.
There's no way.
That's Taylor Swift!
No way!
Yes, it is! No, it is! I swear to God!
No
Yes,
way!
it is!
No way!
Yes, it is! I'll play you.
What song? What album?
It's on Folklore, and I knew I was going for Folklore because...
Hide in the closet?
Yes, it's a song...
Stray People Okay?
Hold on, I'll play for you.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
What?
Seven is really gay. I knew.
It's confirmed.
Yeah.
It's confirmed.
It's
Oh my
confirmed.
gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So
How do the straights not know? How do this? They're in denial.
This is what has been going on for the past week. Like, Mel has been, like, coming to her Gaylor realization, and, like, once you get there, you get there, and you can't get out. You're, like, trapped in. Have you still been listening to Taylor Swift? Like,
You know, I want to say no, but yes.
yeah. Well, that's what she told me. She was like, yeah, like, I hyperfixate on stuff. So do I. And Taylor Swift is one of those things. But then I got caught on it for, like, 10 years. And I was like, Mel was like, I'll get over it. I'll jump out of this in a week or so. Let normal trends go.
Mel, listening to Taylor Swift for like 5 hours straight just doesn't impress me.
It does. I was like, honestly, like,
I'm probably over it anyway.
No, because you told me, you said, I'm going to listen to all of her albums in a couple days or something. And I was like, I listen to every single song every week on my drive to school. And I'm not even crazy. Like, people listen to so much more Taylor Swift than I.
Dude, what crack is Taylor Swift putting out there? She's putting out the frequencies, you know what I'm saying?
I know. It's
the right
so gay.
frequencies.
So gay. So, speaking of frequencies and Taylor Swift being gay, a couple months ago, my girlfriend and I, Olivia, we went to Taylor Swift night. Actually, the same event that I want us to go to in July.
We'll see how it goes.
And we had literally the best time. It was one of those events that's all Taylor Swift music. I think it was all women, couple gay men. We love to see it. And all night I was going to the bar. And I had a bar tab going. And I had noticed throughout the night that the bartenders were like all women looking gay. They had beanies, the outfits. I was like, oh, facts. Boss came in and he said, who wants to work Taylor Swift night? And all the cool gay girls, Gaylors, were like, me. So that's what's going through my head, right?
Cool Gaylors.
I mean, I'm a cool Gaylor.
I don't know.
I feel like gay people like Taylor Swift.
Cool?
No. I mean, I feel like you can't consider yourself like cool if you like Taylor Swift at all. Like, I don't know why it knocks you down. Because it knocks you down a podium because
cool
you're
people
not.
don't listen to Taylor Swift because like I think I'm cool.
Me too, but like if you listen to Taylor Swift, you're definitely not like a cool
It's not like
straight
some punk rock,
person.
Something like something like alternative or indie. You know,
Jack Harlow.
It's not like yeah. It's not like alternative. You're just like basic, I guess. But like I just like maybe I'm basic.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm at Taylor Swift night and I'm going to the bar to like pay my tab. So I'm fucked up. I'm like my 8th time there. I'm like, I pay the tab, and the lady who's been helping me all night, she walks around and I'm like, hey, like, also disclaimer, the bar we were at was not a gay bar. Like, I know what bar it is. It's a place that's like rented out for events rather than like being a bar. And so I go up to the bar and I'm like, hey, like, I can't help but notice like the vibe vibes I'm getting. Like, me and my girlfriend are here. I'm like telling her the whole scoop I'm gay. Could I get my tab? And also, should I be hanging around here? Walks away. Like, literally won't take my card. Goes to the other end of the bar.
Show again.
So, I'm like,
She just doesn't know yet.
did I? Yeah, so I'm like, she was older. I mean, she was probably in her 40s. Like, I'm like, I said something wrong. So then the other woman walks around who's
Still
clearly
has
gay, our age, backwards hat, the whole 9
Not
yards.
the backwards hat.
Walks
Straight
up-
women do not wear backwards hats.
No,
You did not tell me.
listen. And I go, hey, I think I said something wrong. I was trying to get my tab, but I asked the other lady if she was gay, so I could decide if I wanted to hang out here. And she walked away. I think I offended her. But you're clearly gay, so we're cool. She goes, no, I have a fiance, a male. None of us are gay. I don't know where you got that opinion. I'm like,
What's
where did I get that
going
opinion?
on?
That fucking outfit you're wearing, lady.
What are you going for?
Like, bold of me to assume Taylor Swift night was full of gay people. Apparently it was bold of me.
Like, what is wrong with the straights once again?
And you guys are appropriating my culture dressing like that.
Exactly.
They literally were dressed like so gay.
Straights, they're oblivious.
Before we finish up some stories, let's get into our next segment. Real or just a Far Fetched QUEERY, hosted by Mel. What do you got for me today?
Here we go, ladies and other.
Yeah. Mel is going to,
So here's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
Is I just think everyone is gay or like has the potential to be gay.
As
I really
so,
think the
yeah.
whole world's like could be gay if they just open their mind up to it. So
They're saying being gay is a choice?
no, but I think it's better.
I think being straight is a choice.
I don't know, guys. I can't tell you. I'm not a doctor or I'm not a whatever. Like, I just think, I don't know, regardless, you always have a choice of what you're doing with your life, how you feel. You don't really choose.
Well, and I feel like there's a lot of gay people that we, Matthew Morrison is an example. Like, he says he's straight,
He's
but we're
gay.
like, gay, gay. But there's others.
No straight person would ever come out as straight.
He came out as straight. He didn't come out as straight.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, there's other people who, like, were like, gay, but it's not really talked about. So I guess our direction with this is people who are gay, but no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
The theories, the queries.
The theories, the queries, is it proven, is it not? Today's theme is First Ladies of the United States of America.
And Mel's gonna give us some facts, and we're gonna see if we buy it.
I wouldn't call them facts, but I would call them points. Mel points?
Mel points, yes.
Mel points. Okay, so starting from oldest to newest, I'll give you Eleanor Roosevelt served as the First Lady of the United States from 1933 to 1945. We don't need to name the husband because we're not talking about them. Anyways, Eleanor Roosevelt. At this point, I think it's not so much of a query, but maybe I'll just educate you a little bit because it's pretty well known that Eleanor Roosevelt was in fact a lesbian, according to the 3,000 letters, or 18 boxes of letters between her and another woman, Lorena Hickok, in the Roosevelt Library. You can go into the Roosevelt Library and
Read lesbian love letters.
3,000 lesbian love letters between them.
This is like some Emily Dickinson shit.
Yeah, no, they were legit. I mean, the old school lesbians, they say there was a lot of them, and like that's just how they communicated.
What
But
year are we?
This is back in the 1930s, 40s.
1930.
Yeah, 1930s.
You think Eleanor Roosevelt was licking some ceviche?
I do. She was definitely eating ceviche. She was eating Lorena's ceviche.
Oh, is that her name?
Lorena Hickok.
Oh, I was like, her last name was ceviche.
No.
Oh, I died.
So anyways, between the two
Lorena-
of them, Lorena actually lived in the White House and was known as the first friend.
Was she?
Which is gay.
That's
Yeah,
gay.
I know,
If you
I
had a
know.
best friend who you're two best friends with, that's gay.
That's pretty gay.
I don't think straight women have best friends like gay women have best friends.
No, that's that's what I'm saying. And well, apparently, like her relationship with the president was, really business. He understood. He probably had his lazy.
I feel like back in that time, everything was an arranged marriage anyway. So,
Yeah.
like, if she wasn't cheating with a woman, like, maybe she was, but it was.
Yeah, she was even like a famous journalist and gave up her career.
I-
She could live in the White House because it was a conflict of interest, obviously. If you're a journalist and you're
Fucking the
sleeping
first
with the first lady.
Look at her ceviche. I feel like, that one has to be gay. Like, I can't undeny those letters.
No, I think it's pretty well known at this point. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't too much of a theory.
That one's a fact.
Next one, we're going like probably in order of like the most well-renowned, but like think about like, obviously now we have a lot of perspective on Eleanor Roosevelt. We know she was a lesbian because we uncovered her 3,000 letters. But you know, as things become more close to the present day, we don't have as much, you know, solid facts. But you know, we can still guess. Okay, so the next one that I got on my list here is Hillary Clinton.
That's gay.
I feel like that's, you know, that's also pretty well known.
Have you seen the picture with her, like with a chain on, just like looking like a fucking hey mama?
Like not in a bad way. Like
Hillary's a hey
Hill,
mama,
my girl. Like Hill, you would be better as a lesbian.
If she would have ran, she would have ran as an out lesbian.
I would have voted. I would have voted for you. Maybe. I don't know.
I would just
don't
vote
come at me.
yeah.
Don't come at me. But I like lesbians support lesbians. I don't know. She was the first lady in 1993 to 2001. Maybe if you were like came out as a lesbian, people would like actually feel like you were more real, Hillary.
Well, exactly, because people were all up in arms about like, you know, Bill, like fucking Monica and all that
Apparently
shit.
that's why she deleted the emails. Because not of national security. It's because in the emails she came out as a lesbian.
That
makes sense, right?
That
That makes too much sense.
But she could have, like, you know, reclaimed her identity, or not even her identity, but she could have reclaimed, you know, her powerful woman status by being, you know, fuck you, Bill, I fuck chicks anyways, so that's why he's sleeping around, because his woman's off fucking licking ceviche. I gotta stop. I
mean, Bill doesn't care, but I mean, the point is that she didn't delete the emails because of a matter of national security, like aliens are real, like nothing like that. It's because she was literally licking pussy.
You don't think
that's why?
Yeah, I mean, you don't think she wants people to know? I guess it's 2001.
She doesn't care about what the national government knows about. I mean, the national secrets on her emails. She cares about the national government
She's
knowing.
like, the whole world can know.
Lesbian.
Yeah, the whole world can know that my husband's having an affair, but they find out that I am scissoring, and that's too far for me.
That is, because conservatives hate lesbians. Why? I don't know. A threat to their manhood? Like, don't ask me. Like, they're just intimidated, I guess.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton, definitely
Hillary. And last but not least, probably the least well-known.
The more queery.
Melania Trump. I really do believe this woman is a lesbian. Served from 2017 to 2021. No need to name the man. From Slovenia, first of all. She's not a natural-born U.S. citizen. You know, gives her some incentive.
No, and European. We know it just happened with fucking European gay, Melania, European gay.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, we all know.
We all know she wasn't fucking her
husband.
We
also all know Mr. President was into, like, you know, the freaky type. Definitely was not into her husband at all. But, like, the thing that makes me the most convinced that she was a lesbian is check out these photos from January 1997 issue of France's Max magazine. She is literally, like, canoodling a woman, like, spooning her full on naked. Look.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll post it back up there so you can see it.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're listening in, Kaylee, can you describe the photo?
You are basically seeing two women lesbians together. I don't think there's any other way. They're lesbian.
Like,
they're lesbian.
Right?
Yeah.
And she just looks so comfortable
I don't think straight could pull off the comfortable.
No, there's just like no photo of her and the Don that like looks more.
I don't even think I've seen a photo of her and the Don touching.
No, I agree.
But I would say like,
well, look at her in that photo. She's
and I wonder like if, and you know, like she's very recent. Like we didn't really find out about Hillary Clinton until, you know, years after she was out of office, years after she even ran. So I wonder if like in 20 years from now, Donald Trump's gonna be like, yeah, my bitch was fucking bitches, or he's gonna have to admit it or something.
I don't think she's like really out. I mean, I don't think she's really been given the freedom to explore her sexuality. Honestly, I think she got scooped up by the Don. She was like, this is a pretty good gig.
But I think there's like this whole underground level of like Hollywood lesbians all fucking each other because they hate men. I mean, I think that's what Hillary Clinton's involved in too, and I think we just like all don't know about it.
No, I agree. I mean, I think
if we ever get famous, we will spill. I'll tell you guys everything.
Shh. Can't say the other words. We're not gonna learn the tea. We'll let you.
Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, at least for me, like as a young, vibrant lesbian, like the one thing that I needed was like more lesbian friends. And like when I was younger, I like took to the internet to do that. And like we talked about how you did that because you went to Catholic school. So anybody who's Catholic watching, Mal has your guilt.
It was more complicated than that. It was like my parents are from South America. Like it's like no, Catholic is not only like a religion, but it's a way of, you know. So it's like just so much shame.
Not me. I didn't have a Catholic, but I was somewhat religious growing up, but I also just had like the regular like just shame of like regular parents. And I also like my big thing is like I knew I was gay pretty young, but I didn't want to like come out as gay if I could find one man and never have to do it. So that was like my whole thing. And so what I would do when I was younger is I would like take to the internet to like find other gay friends to like ask them like how they navigated the waters. And actually, the first person I ever told that I was gay was some random ass bitch on Twitter. And honestly, when I was thinking about telling this story, I forgot like how far it went. I don't even know if I've ever told you this. So long story short, it was one of those things where like she liked a bunch of my pictures on Twitter, so then I went to Twitter and liked a bunch of her stuff, and then I dove into the DMs.
Naturally.
I dove into the DMs and
Naturally.
said, oh, so you're just gonna like all my stuff, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, I think I'm straight, but my like Twitter profile picture is me in just straight basketball clothes, like with a fucking like bun in my head, like straight up, like I'm searching for ceviche. I can't stop. And yeah, so like I obviously was like presenting myself as a gay person, but like trying to like pretend that I wasn't. And I ended up talking to this girl back and forth. I'm asking her like, how did you know you liked girls? Like, I know I do, but nobody knows. Like, that was the first person I ever told. Like, I was literally making shit up. Meanwhile, I am on a basketball trip with one of my best friends who's gay, and she sees me like texting this girl too much and is like, you're gay. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, don't fucking look at my text messages. And she's like, well, you're texting a gay chick, because I guess she knew her from the grapevine. And I'm like,
she had a rainbow in her bio.
Well, no, she was like definitely gay. Like, she had like women everywhere, was like strutting the field. That's why I picked her, like to, you know, obviously set myself up with. But then I had to backtrack when my friend found out, and I was like, no, you take her, you date her. So then my friend starts talking to her, and she's like,
jealous.
I was, but I had to keep my cool, and I also
you don't even care because you're not gay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like sitting there like, I'm not gay. But then they're like gonna go on their first date, and I'm like, let me come. I just want to ride with that. So I did, and it gets better.
No.
We go visit her at work for whatever reason. I think her mom like wouldn't let her like out of the house or something because like she found out gay. It was like one of those things. So we go visit her at Sunny's Barbecue where she works. Like, have you ever been to Sunny's Barbecue?
No.
Oh, I don't know if it's like a Florida thing or what, but it's like it's bad. It's bad. It's
what define barbecue at Sunny's View?
so it's
like Memphis barbecue?
No, it's like going to like the Golden Corral, but a barbecue. Yeah.
Oh,
it's bad.
What kind of
like lower than Outback and Chili's.
Like grilling?
No, like lower than Outback and Chili's. It's all barbecue. It's like going to a normal barbecue restaurant, but like
they were like
a chain.
Nachos and like pulled pork.
No, more just like ribs, pulled pork.
Okay.
But like a level lower than Chili's.
No.
And so we go to Sunny's Barbecue to like have like their first date that like she's kind of our waitress at, I guess.
Okay.
Which is so weird.
Wait, and the date is her being the waitress?
Yeah, because she wasn't allowed to like leave her house. So yeah.
Confused.
But who's on the date? Me or my friend who I'm kind of setting up with her because I'm not gay?
You want the friend with her date?
I told the girl I was gay.
Just the waitress?
No, but I told the girl on Twitter I was gay, but I told her not to tell my friend I was gay. So it was this whole weird love triangle going on. They're on a date. I'm kind of watching.
That's so strange.
But I want to be on the date.
Wow.
I know.
Lesbian shit.
And it's all because I told the first person, stranger, I told that I was gay. Like, this whole thing happened. And after we end up, like, she gets off work, we, like, throw her in the car, we, like, take her to Cold Stone or some shit. And after, I'm, like, sitting in the car as they're, like, outside the car, like, making out or something. And... Yeah.
That hurts.
And I'm sitting in the car like, I am so gay. What am I gonna do? Because I can't keep like
it hurts, but you're kind of turned on a little bit.
Yeah. And I'm getting back in the car.
This is kind of sick.
My friend's getting back in the car. I'm like, so what happened out there? Like, how did it go?
Oh man.
Yeah. So
I feel like I'm like 16 again.
I got cuckolded by like the first person I told I was gay.
That's kind of messed up.
And then I ordered to go to bring some food home for my brother, and they didn't put pulled pork in the middle of the buns, so I just got home with 2 buns.
It's a sign.
I know. I said that's what I get for being gay. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Anyways, I know when I was in the closet or out of the closet and all the closets, I needed some internet friends, and we are willing to be those.
Thanks again for tuning in to the first episode of
Get the Fuck Out of the Closet! Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Hit us up. I'm Kales.
I'm Mel.
We have all the socials. Keep us in touch. We will see you guys soon. Thanks.
Bye.
Hey, stay gay.